Welcome back. It appears Christmas is coming a little early for kids in Lagos State as Zenith Bank hosts its 12th annual Christmas parade at its headquarters in Victoria Island, Lagos. Dance performances and numerous fun activities were the order of the day as Zenith Bank offered the children an elaborate parade to celebrate the season.
Disney princes and princesses, bouncing castles, kid trains, games and a whole lot of costumes. What more could a kid want for Christmas? Zenith Bank is celebrating Christmas this year for children across Lagos State by throwing an elaborate fun-filled youth parade at its headquarters in Victoria Island, Lagos. It may be the 12th edition, but this year's Zenith Bank Youth Parade overshadows previous years as innovation, which remains a key goal for the yearly event, is taking to another level.
Every year, the whole objective is all about identifying with the society and giving back to the children and the youths. And it's very important that we help them to have a very strong foundation to identify with the country and the environment.
The children are thrilled by performances from various schools and music stars Olamide and Tiwa Savage. Children aren't the only ones catching the fun, as parents also dance to the groove.
Alright, special announcement.
That's a ride I'm looking forward to going on. That's a bouncing castle.
The program draws to a close as prizes are handed to the day's champions. What a beautiful celebration to mark the close of the year for these children, and the excitement on their faces proves just as much.
Zenith Bank is not the only one spreading joy this time round. One of Nigeria's largest telecommunications companies, MTN, is on a mission to make the end of the year a most pleasant one for everyone by giving out gift items. During a fun fair organized by MTN at the police barracks in Ikoyi, the chief operating officer, Mohammed Sadiq, said MTN is kicking off the season with surprises with its next-door neighbors. It also intends to spread the excitement to other parts of the country.
An infectious fanfare and the excitement that readily tells that it's that time of the year to share joy and the better life. MTN is making the most of the festive mood.
We want to care and we want to show our love and affection to the Nigerians in general. Why the police barracks? Because police barracks are our next door neighbors. Our head office is just adjacent to the police barracks.
With the season of surprises, MTN is telling its next door neighbors it cares.
We are very happy for you people.
This is a season greeting, so I really appreciate it. Instead of to go and buy it from market again, I am okay with this from MTN.
By bringing a better life to its neighbors, MTN is saying charity begins at home, but it's not stopping there. MTN is also spreading the goodies to other parts of the country.
December is a period in Nigeria where we all wind down, right, and we give away. So MTN has decided to look at this period and start the huge and massive giveaway across the whole entire country.
This end of the year season, this is the season when people remember loved ones. This one will give gift to loved ones. And it's come to the end of the year. So MTN decided, why not MTN? Why don't we appreciate Nigerians, irrespective of whether you're an MTN subscriber or not?
The MTN season of surprises is not limited to its loyal subscribers. The company is also demonstrating its desire to make life better for everyone with various gift items. And what a time to make a wish, as 3 raffle draw winners go home with an LCD TV set each. With the season of surprises, MTN is saying is that special moment to let Nigerians know it's indeed cares.
And now to the arts. Menu Where is an exhibition by Nathaniel Hodonu at the National Museum at Lagos. This Badagry-based artist uses coconuts and other objects to create his pieces, and we get to see them on Art Review tonight.
It's Nathaniel Hodonu's third solo exhibition, Menuwe, translated in English as Who Are You?
Then in Yoruba, Tanye, in Hausa, Kaiwanini. So what I am trying to do is just to promote my own culture, my people as well. Not limiting it to Badagry alone, but the entire Nigeria.
It's his way of announcing himself to the people, especially those who are unfamiliar with his works and his tribe. In this show, which features over 50 works of art, paintings and installations, there's something which makes him stand out. He uses found objects, specifically coconut shells, plastic bottle caps and wood. But working with coconut is a concept that has been on for about 11 years now, and they are not in short supply in the Badagry area of Lagos.
Coconut shell is abundant in Badagry, and what they do with coconut shell is when you eat the coconut, the rest is story. You make fire out of it, but I don't want to continue doing that. Instead, I want to be making creative things out of it, using what we have in Badagry to get what we want. That is using coconut shells to get things I want around me. Instead of going on and on with all canvas or using conventional things, I want to use something different this time around.
His culture has provided him with tools and the inspiration for some of his pieces, like this one called Menuwe, which captures the beauty that abounds in this coastal town.
Now, if you look at the Menuwe, the images here represent figures, and the business we do in Badagry as part of our trade is fishing. So at the center you see fishing there, a fishing boat. Then those round ones that is embellished with designs represent money.
And since it shares a borderline with the Republic of Benin, his neighbors have been an influence as well.
The series there is Orida Nisi. It has nothing to do with Third Mainland Bridge. That is images I got from Benin Republic. Okay, so as an Eguman, you have to talk about Benin because that is the origin. And when I visited that place, that was when I saw the houses. In fact, that place, you have schools on water, you have markets on water, you have place of abode on water. Everything they do are basically on water, no land at all. So it's an interesting thing for me. So I took shots of them and painted them.
He believes everyone should take pride in their culture and tell it any way they know how, without waiting for a stranger to do the honors.
This is Channels Television's breaking news.
And to some breaking news now, kidnapped Plateau State PDP chairman Damishi Sango and 4 others have been released. The freed persons were abducted on Thursday by gunmen on their way to the PDP National Convention in Abuja. They're said to be currently taking refuge in Abuja. According to the State Publicity Secretary, John Akans, the abductors regained their freedom. The kidnappees regained their freedom this evening. Once again, the Plateau State PDP chairman, Damishi Sango, and 4 others who were kidnapped on Thursday by gunmen on their way to the PDP National Convention in Abuja are said to have been released and to be currently taking refuge in Abuja. We'll bring you more on this story as we get the details. In the meantime, the Kano State government has introduced a free education at the primary and secondary levels with compulsory enrollment across the 44 local government areas of the state. At a town hall meeting with leaders of various communities during the recent 2-day visit of President Muhammadu Buhari to the state, Governor Abdullahi Ganduje said that education for all in the state is no longer a choice.
Kano State is said to be among states with poor enrollment of pupils into primary and secondary schools in the country. But the administration of Governor Abdullahi Ganduje seems to have taken the bull by the horn in addressing this trend. Renovations of various schools across the state, the government has so far increased the enrollment of pupils and students to about 3 million.
In our bid to ensure education for all in Kano State, the government initiated the policy of free and compulsory primary education. It may interest you to know that the school enrollment of our public schools is about 3 million pupils.
For the president who spoke in Hausa, Governor Abdullahi Ganduje's commitment to educational and other infrastructural development cannot come to pass without support.
Jam'iyyar mu ta All Progressive Congress yaƙin neman zaɓe da muka yi mun yi shi akan abu uku wanda har yanzu abokan hamayya ba su iya soke shi ba. Na farko shine sha'anin tsaro.
The Kano business community, represented by Isiaka Rabiu, as well as the Minister of Defense, Mansour Dang Ali, are confident that the fight against corruption and the end to the activities of Boko Haram, which once posed a threat to education, are pointers to the progress being recorded.
You see, the security is something that you cannot get 100%. If you go, recently in America, Europe, and any other countries, they used to have an incursion. So you cannot have 100% security situation. But I believe with what Mr. President has done and the security situation in the country, it can be scored 90%.
The President has committed himself during the campaign period to ensure that he supports the business community in such a way that they will provide employment for our teeming population. He has also committed to ensuring that there is peace and security and that he will fight corruption. Corruption is a very serious issue in the area of business development, in the area of investment. Investors will not bring their money anywhere there is corruption.
With the improvement in education and the efforts to diversify the state's economy, Kano State appears to be positioning itself for a new era of development.
The management of the Nigerian Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, is lending its support to the economic diversification drive of the federal government in 12 areas, including refinery upgrade, solid minerals development and capacity building. Speaking on investment opportunities in the oil and gas industry in London, the NNPC Group Managing Director, Dr. Mekanti Baru, asked the government to fully implement the law establishing the Sovereign Wealth Fund. He also asked the government to delink its expenditure from oil revenues by adopting robust macroeconomic policies in order to develop the economy.
Welcome him to
It's a gathering of investors and major players in the oil and gas industry at a breakfast seminar on investment opportunities in the oil and gas industry in diversifying the Nigerian economy. The guest speaker and the Group Managing Director of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, Mr. Mekanti Baru, expresses support for the present administration's effort to diversify the economy. He says the NNPC is supporting these efforts by prioritizing 12 key business focus areas, which include upgrade of the refineries, embarking on renewable energy, and ensuring professionalism and accountability.
These two business focus areas are also further compartmentalized into 3 areas of capacity building, performance, and growth. We tackle first the security situation in the oil and gas industry in Nigeria, focus on staff welfare, and of course, the integrity of our infrastructure.
One of the panelists at the seminar observes that it's been a long dark period for the Nigerian oil and gas industry. He is, however, optimistic that there is light at the end of the dark tunnel.
For my clients, those are the questions that they ask. where is the petroleum industry bill? What's the fiscal policy status today? You know, am I going to be able to make an investment in a gas project or a project which produces a lot of gas and actually make money? These are the sorts of things that are really critical for investment decisions on upstream in Nigeria.
Some of the guests also praised the present administration's creativity in revamping the economy and believes that the present leaders can take the country out of the woods.
For Nigeria to actually attract investment into the country, there has to be a simplified procedure, a structure that is simplified, where the procedure is very simple, very transparent, very clear, and you know that you're paid within a time frame of 90 days.
Award of Excellence of the
Highlights of the occasion is the conferment of the Forbes Oil and Gas Man of the Year 2017 award on the Group Managing Director of the NNPC, Mr. Mekan Tibero. The general consensus at this event is that beyond oil, Nigeria has enormous potentials to transform its economy like other developed countries if its other resources are well harnessed.
I'd like to draw your attention again to our breaking news this hour. Kidnapped Plateau State PDP Chairman Damishi Sango and 4 others have been released. The freed persons were abducted on Thursday by gunmen on their way to the PDP National Convention in Abuja. They're said to be currently taking refuge in the city. According to the State Publicity Secretary John Akons, the abductees regained their freedom this evening. Again, the PDP chairman for Plateau State, Damishi Sango, and 4 others have been released. They were released this evening and are currently taking refuge in Abuja. We'll have more on this story as soon as we get the details. Still ahead on the news at 10, Manchester City edge out neighbours Manchester United to extend their unbeaten run to 14 games in a thrilling Super Sunday clash at Old Trafford. That's coming up in sports news. Just stay with us.